Hello, everyone. Welcome to our latest edition of Big Game Players with myself, Super, my co-host, Banjo, and Dr. Roo.
How are you, Super? Merry Christmas.
Well, better than you by the looks. Well,
Yeah, I thought I'd do my New Year's resolution early, and I hit the gym, so I'm doing boxing now. I got
doing
caught the
boxing,
other
yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
just
Merry
say an
Christmas.
inspection needs to be sorted out, man. I don't know what's going on. I woke up yesterday looking like I said, like I did a round with Tyson, but yeah, it's all right. I can just about see.
Merry
Banjo,
Christmas, guys. Yeah, all good, thank you. All
all
good.
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 Yeah, not bad. Can't complain.
Good.
So, Premier League, bit different this year. Boxing Day, normally we get all the games. No Boxing Day. Well, one Boxing Day game, which we'll come on to shortly. This year, how how
No,
how did that feel for you guys?
weird. Definitely strange. Because normally I'll leap up at whatever time I get up on Boxing Day, and there's a game round the corner. But yeah, just is what it is, and everything's changing.
Yeah, I think what made it even more different was because the game was in the evening.
Yeah,
So it's normally you get the football during the day, don't you?
yeah.
Well, Premier League, and there was none of that. But
Was it because the next day was the Saturday? They thought they'd interlink it.
yeah,
I
I
didn't. I
think
didn't look at the whys and why nots at the time. I just remember the uproar on Talksport when I was listening to it when it was announced it was one game. I think you're right, Super. I think it's because they always try to do two sets of games between this period, and they looked at it and thought we'll do a Friday Saturday, and then we'll do I think it's Tuesday Thursday either side of the New Year's Day,
mm,
and then we're back to normality next Saturday. So
Well, Liverpool are
I
playing
think
on
they
New
just
Year's
tried to
Day.
plan it out. So
Liverpool
again.
are playing on New Year's Day. Liverpool Leeds.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
Yeah,
I think there's 3 or 4 games on the first, and 5 or 6 on the 30th. So
yeah.
something like that.
yeah. Right. Well, let's look at that Boxing Day game. Manchester United v Newcastle. A lot would
Over
have
to you, Ben.
maybe expected Newcastle to possibly win that, but that wasn't to be, was it, Banjo?
No, I think no, it wasn't. It wasn't to be, but I'm not sure why the expectations were for Newcastle to win because they've not been in the greatest of form anyway. But from a United point of view, first half was very, very good. Good goal there for Dogu as well, who I thought was excellent on the day. Second half, it was like a game of two halves, really. The second half, we were just hanging on. I don't know how Newcastle never scored. But we managed to show a bit of character, see the game out, and get the 3 points. It keeps us in the hunt
Talk
for
to
the
us about your formation, Ben.
Yeah, he changed the formation. He went with four at the back. He had Dorgu playing on the right as well, where he normally starts on the left. Um, but he's played there before, and maybe that made a difference in his game. But apparently, he changed the formation due to personnel with what he's got there, which was a surprise. But no, it was a good performance. It was. The first half was very, very good, and then obviously I was pleased with the character in the second half. But yeah, we got through it. We got through it. We got the points. Hopefully that
So
brings some confidence.
I'll tell you how I saw it from an outsider looking in is
Yeah.
out of all the games I've seen you recently, your attacking threat wasn't what it was
No.
previously.
No.
Obviously, we know there's Mbuemo away and Ahmad and,
Yeah.
and the biggest one of all in Fernandez. But there seemed to be a collective spirit, like
Yes.
as in everyone was fighting for every
Yeah.
ball. I don't know if it was
Yeah.
the fact that you had some proper diehards on there, like Ugarte, who loves to
Yeah.
crunch and get out there. Casemiro was decent. I thought Heaven was excellent,
He
and
was.
it, and
He was
it's
man of the
it's
match.
funny in a back five, he's looked less kind of comfortable,
Yeah.
where you think you got other players around you to cover
Yeah.
you, but in the
Yeah.
back four, he was excellent. The kid.
He was.
The keeper's still doing well, considering
Yeah. He's
the
brought a
people.
calmness. He's brought a calmness
Yeah,
to the side, didn't
but
he?
the
To the
people in
back four.
front of him aren't giving him that calmness. Like, as
Yeah.
in, it's not, it's
Yeah.
not a solid defense where you think, all
No.
right, he can bed in. But he's been good. Yeah, and like you said, I think some of the lesser players, I thought, or not the lesser players, but the likes of Dorgu and even to an extent Dallo, I think did quite well as well.
He
I know he
did.
doesn't get the biggest praise, but yeah, all in
He's a
all,
bit of a scapegoat at United at the moment, Dallo. But the
yeah,
thing is, I think the most pleasing thing of the with regards to the result is like we're depleted.
yeah,
We're depleted. You named Ahmad was missing and Burma was missing, obviously, for obvious reasons, going to the AFCON. Bruno's out injured. Masrao's out the AFCON. And
Mainoo's injured.
Maguire and De Ligt have been big losses.
Yeah.
Experience at the back when we've had to play youngsters. Martinez came in, I thought was excellent as well.
Yeah, he was good.
But you know what? I've still got to say this, though. Amorim and his substitutions worry me.
Weird at the end, right? When
he took off the experience and he had such a young team. But it's not just that. He took Casemiro off too early, I thought. And it changed. And Mount, he took him off. It just changes the dynamics.
Yeah, but Mount was an injury. Mount was an injury.
Yeah, I know. But
so is it fair when we're looking at Man United to say that this is a team now whose expectations have totally changed into what they want from maybe what they wanted 7-8 years ago?
Of course, without a doubt.
Right
now, you have to be realistic.
Why are you now just a top 7-8 team?
No, look, let's not forget we finished 15th last year. Let's be realistic. You don't finish 15th and then expect to be in the top 4 immediately.
That can be put down to just one really bad season. Right?
No, it didn't look like just one really bad season. You can see there was problems there. So as a fan now, the expectations you're talking about, don't get me wrong, they'll be there next year and the year after. But this is a season of building a foundation.
1 minute, Super, explain that. Explain what you mean. Because 8 years ago, were you assuming they were looking for titles 8 years ago, and now they're just trying to hang on to top 4?
Yeah, I think 8 years ago they would have been thinking 9. The last time they did win it was 12 years ago. So I'd imagine 2-3 years after that they were still looking at potentially being, challengers for a title.
Well, to be honest, that was always the case up until.
Yeah, but I was going to say, surely that's the landscape, that's the journey they've been on, and it's getting. I'm not saying it's getting there, but they're definitely moving in the right direction now, and that's what Man United fans want, right?
Yeah, that's it. And you've got to be realistic, and moving in the right direction and building a foundation is to have those expectations again.
Yeah,
we're not satisfied to just become a team finishing in the top 6 every year. No way. No. Eventually, you want a title challenge. That's the aim. Has to be, and that would be the same for a Liverpool fan had they 100%. Been in the same situation as us.
And the other thing is bad, right? The other thing is I think again we've had managers that have been stubborn as stubborn can be. Is like you're looking at it and you're thinking actually he's not as stubborn as maybe we thought because he has changed the system regardless of the reasons and little things as well. I think that was his 7th clean sheet under his reign or something.
Yeah.
I think little things that are being ticked off.
I think it's one of those where I'm going to change the system when I want to change the system, not when you're telling me to change it.
Yeah.
I think there's a stubbornness in a way, but
moving away from that just for a couple of minutes, but just so we can move along swiftly too. Eddie Howe is. Yeah. Has this guy gone as far as he can go now?
I told you. That's what I'm saying. And you guys told me leave him alone.
You called it, mate. You called it.
It feels like he's treading water. It's the same shit time and time again. It's like I can't see him do any more. And he's got a good pool of players.
He has.
I'm watching Guimaraes now and Tonali, who we've all said put Gio Linton in there as being arguably maybe the best free for a while, or they're in the argument of best free in the Premier League midfield. They look like they're a little bit void of not confidence, but they haven't got that swagger anymore. It just feels like it's just. Like standard.
But been through too many battles in a way, innit?
Yeah.
One thing I will ask, why was John Linton on the bench? Is he injured?
I think he's coming back from injury, yeah. I think he's coming back from injury. But I think the other thing is with Howe is, and it happens sometimes, is winning that cup last year has given him credit where if he hadn't won that, I think there would be a different conversation. Now, he might not even be there now, to be honest.
I think he's a media darling.
Yeah. He is.
I think so.
And the worst thing is, you've got loads of people clamouring for him to be the next England manager.
Touting him for the England job. Yeah. I mean, I said that as well. That was when we had that chat. I said I think he's done at Newcastle, but because of Tuchel saying he doesn't want to be there that long, maybe that might be his next step up. But I think you shaking your head there, Mal. I'm probably more in agreement now, mate.
Do you know what? I will say something. I always thought look, he's taken Newcastle as far as they could go, and he's done a very, very good as far as he can go. I think, and he's done a very, very good job. And maybe they need someone to freshen it up, to take the next step. But people could argue and say, what do you really expect from him? But then, having said that, if you compare him to what Emery's doing at Villa, and then it's possible to be better than what they are. If
I think the better comparison
for them to, yeah,
I think the better comparison, and I know you're maybe using Emery because of spend and clout. It's probably Arteta. They both inherited average teams, and Arteta now has taken them to where they are.
But Arteta's got it's the money.
Yeah, he has had a bit more funds, but I think he spent as well a little bit, Hal. I know not what we expected, but he has spent.
He has spent. And this is what I'm saying. But why shouldn't they be as good as, say, a Villa? This is the question I'm asking.
I think they should.
But they should be.
They should be.
He's underachieving at the moment, and
I agree.
He shouldn't be surprised if he gets the old P45.
I'm not picking up any pressure though, right? From normally you pick it up, from media outlets and this and that. I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah.
Had that been
what it is,
an Amorim or Slot, or it wouldn't be like this. I know the bigger clubs, United and Liverpool, but still.
I think as bad as he's been, you've got to remember, I think he's in the semi-finals of the League Cup. It looks like he's going to qualify in the Champions League. They are in the Champions League, right, aren't they?
Yeah. I believe so,
yeah. So it looks like, it's not like there are things that are just keeping him, like you said, on that.
But you'd be a bit worried as a Newcastle owner, because he's not realistically going to win the Champions League. Top four looks out of reach now, even as early as it is. Yeah. So...
we'll see where it goes, but watch this space, I guess.
Speaking of managers, let's we touched on it. Emery, 11 wins on the spin now.
We're just lauding him every week, aren't we?
But you know what? I didn't watch the game live. I mean, I saw the highlights after. The scoreline, we said we allowed him. Yes, he got the result, but.
Big result.
Chelsea looked very much in control for that first hour, right?
I won't say hour. I would say halfway.
Halfway, and then second half, Villa looked the stronger team, in my opinion.
And the reason I put credit on that game is because of that. Actually, the fact that he's been not found out first half, but it's been very kind of not great. The goal they scored was poor. Chelsea arguably could have went in 2-up, but they didn't. But he's changed the landscape that second half. He's brought on Watkins and I think Onana.
Watkins comes on the hour mark.
Yeah, and he changed the system as well. He tinkered the players. And second half, it was just there was only one team in it.
And isn't that how you measure a manager really?
Yep.
Because when the pressure's on and when you have to make those decisions in those conditions, like with the pressure and the game and this and that, and you're coming up with ideas and you actually, change the game through your management and from what you've seen tactically, substitutions, whatever, that's just brilliant for me.
And let's get it right. 1 minute, going to Stamford Bridge, regardless of what team you face, isn't easy.
No chance. Never easy.
Villa now. What's dare they dream?
Next Monday, I will have a clearer answer for you. If they get a result at the Emirates, and when I say result, even a draw, I think then I'm fully into they're in the title race camp. You can't play United, Chelsea and Arsenal 3 games on the spin and end up with 7 or 9 points out of that and not be in a title race after having 11 or 12 wins in a row.
Yeah. I think they can dream. Honestly, what I think it will come down to at the end is a challenge for the top 4, and I think they've got a great chance to win the Europa League. But while they're in the mix and doing what they're doing, go for it. Why not dream?
And it seems every week we've got a different. Well, we had Morgan Rogers has had a lot of plaudits recently. This time, Ollie Watkins surely comes off the bench.
He was electric. He was like down the channels, through the middle, in the air, hold up, linking play. He was electric. He was what you would want as the understudy to Kane if you're an England fan.
Did he ever deserve a bigger move?
Move? Well, it was dangled in front of him last January from what we hear, and he didn't go to Arsenal. Because they are the bigger moves you're talking about, whether he goes to a City, Liverpool, Arsenal. Because Villa are on par with everyone else, if not better. If he goes Spurs, it's not a bigger move. If he goes Newcastle, it's not a bigger move. Yeah. So is he going to get in those 3 teams I mentioned?
I think the ship sailed now for him.
Having said that, Roo,
how old he is.
If he'd gone to Newcastle in the summer, that would have been a bigger move. Surely they'd qualified for Champions League.
Yeah, Listen, I wouldn't argue that in the summer. I would have said possibly. Yeah, I think you're right.
I'm not too sure.
I was going to say it's not a million miles away.
Villa were in the Champions League last year. They've got a good chance of winning the Europa League this year. I'm not too sure, but it was Arsenal. Arsenal was the one.
That's the one. And I think Arsenal would have reaped the rewards now more than having Gyökeres in that team if they had a Watkins.
Totally agree.
That's the truth. But we'll talk about Arsenal later.
Yeah. But, I think that ship sailed now for him. I think being 29 years old, 30 years old or something. Yeah. But he's doing really, really well. And like you say, it's good news for England as well because
100%.
They need someone to close the gap between, with Kane. Because if anything happened to Kane, then
absolutely.
We
need to feel reassured.
Yeah.
But talking of a manager under pressure, Super, Maresca, strange goings on there. I heard the talk show the other day, post game, everyone saying they want him, not everyone, but the majority saying they want him out, and they're talking about Lampard back in as interim and a couple of other names. Strange going on down at Stamford Bridge with him in charge.
Well, they're never going to be owners that are going to settle for, second best as to speak. And I think Maresca's had some good results throughout the year. He's had some throughout the season, but
he's had some poor ones as well, though. This is the thing.
Some poor ones as
I think someone just to wrap that game up. Someone made a point that sometimes we underestimate experience, and they reminded me of how young that back line is, and how ever since who was their centre back? Silva, wasn't it? The Brazilian.
Yes. Yeah.
Ever since he left, there hasn't been that stability in the back line. And he was an older statesman, and literally, let's call him a veteran.
And we could throw in Rudiger as well when Rudiger was
Rudiger
there.
to an extent.
Yeah. They've spent enough money to address that.
No,
but they haven't.
Yeah, but I don't know, Super. I think it's a balance, and I think you need experience in all forms of the pitch. You need that with young up and coming players, and they're missing that desperately. I think they've got the youngest average side in the league, so that tells you everything you need to know.
Having said that, that's not a bad foundation, is it, going forward, if they can build on that?
I think they put a lot of faith in their main centre-back this season. It's probably going to be Colwill.
But he's young boy himself, and he's been out for a while.
He did his cruciate, is what I'm saying. But I think going into the season, that would have been someone that they were thinking could move on and step up.
Yeah.
Well, for them and for England, actually. But...
And just one final thing on that as well is we regularly talk about the negatives and we pick it up because that's what we do. But I think we've given him his flowers. Mal likes that. But Sanchez has turned his career around a little bit. He's cut out all the errors, and he's playing very, very well in that team. So credit where it's due.
Will Maresca last the season?
I don't think he will, personally. I think you know what I said last week that the West Ham manager's favourite for me to go next, but maybe Maresca just because of the transfer window. I think they may kind of, if he doesn't get a result this weekend, they may push him out the door and bring someone in.
What's your thoughts, Banjo?
With Maresca,
you're going to see out the season.
I don't think he's helping himself with his demeanour and also what he says as well. I think that's rubbing people up the wrong way. So when you're not getting the results, that's just double whammy. So I don't think he will. I actually don't think he will. But I can't imagine who they would bring in, if I'm honest. But no, I don't think he'll last. Well, not with those owners.
Let's have a look at the rest of the weekend's game. Started sat. Well, obviously we had the Man U game on, and then we had a lunchtime game, Forest Man City on Saturday.
Yeah,
City another win.
Yeah, wasn't easy.
Keeping that pressure up.
Yeah, wasn't easy. It was
and a bit controversial as well.
Yeah. Diaz maybe should have gone.
Maybe for me, Ban, and again, I always use the thing about we've played the game. He should have went. That's clear as day. Second yellow card.
Yeah.
And that changes again the landscape of that game, but it didn't happen. And their summer signings, we mentioned it last week, are stepping up. Reinders and
Turkey surely deserves a mention, an assist.
He's been brilliant the last few weeks. He has been brilliant.
And brilliant as well, because we again here and many others have said the pressure's on Haaland in that team because he's the outlet. He scores the goals en masse. But actually the others are chipping in now. You know, I think Reinders has scored 3 and 5. Cherky scored a few. Foden had previously. Yeah. Even the defenders are chipping in. So, yeah, they're in a good place.
So, guys, need to actually ask you guys something.
Please, fire away.
Football related.
I always get worried, man.
I'm thinking.
So, 95 in 150 or 104 in 114. Are they quite similar?
Oh, right, here we go. The Van Nistelrooy.
Who are the two players?
When he brought those stats out, I knew it was Van Nistelrooy straight away.
I've asked a question. Are they quite similar?
No, they're not.
Let's not talk nonsense on my show, yeah? Don't come on my show and talk nonsense.
Who are we talking about, Superman?
Comparing Van Nistelrooy to Haaland last week.
The comparison made.
We were comparing Van Nistelrooy to Haaland and saying
wait a minute. Those stats, is that Premier League or is that?
Absolutely not got similar goal scoring records. Let's cut the nonsense. Let's treat this like a serious show. And we won't be bringing Van Nistelrooy to my table again.
I'm not comparing.
I'm talking about the best strikers in the Premier League.
Are those both all in?
Like I said,
Premier League.
Let's not speak nonsense. But anyway, I'm going to move on now.
I haven't said a thing.
He can't let anything go, can he?
Man City march on.
Yeah.
And 3 points, and and maybe not the easiest game always going away to the City ground either.
No,
there's one thing I would say.
The Sean Dyche team, that's for sure.
Arsenal staying at the top, 2-1 win, comfortable enough from what we saw.
Was it?
Not really.
I don't think so.
And what I
have to mention this: people,
go on,
you know, for everyone talks about, you know, the great goal by Odegaard actually, you know, produced a bit of magic there, and everyone's talking about the own goals and Arsenal this and that. Got to give credit to Raya. He's pulled off an amazing
save of the season.
Save of the season. So when Mario, when you're saying comfortable, how's that comfortable?
Was it save of the season?
Yes, it was.
It was a great save. Great save.
Well, you told me a better one off the top of your head, Super. You got to put context into this.
Yeah, context as well. Yeah.
I'll tell you, sorry, I'm not his biggest fan, but I'd say Mamadashvili's one against Villa was equally as good. There was a shot going top corner that he tipped onto the bar.
Nah, man, this was better. This was better.
It's a big save as well.
It wasn't so. Watch it again and again, and it wasn't so close to the corner as you'd think. So, it was a good save, very good save.
Wow.
But it was a very good save. But
all right,
put it this way, I listened to that on the radio, and the commentator said the same thing. Commentator said, "Oh," and I thought, "Oh, blimey, I can't wait to see that save." Sound like, you know, best save of the season, blah de blah. And I watched it, and I thought, yeah, brilliant save. But
what are you talking about? Brilliant save. You just admitted it.
Super. Listen, you know the ball was hit so hard.
Saying save of the season.
You know the ball was hit so hard.
There's two differences there, Banjo.
Super. The ball was hit so hard with power and pace and bend. It was slightly behind him. No, it was slightly behind him. He's put his hand out. It's just past him, and he's managed to flip it over the bar with solid wrists.
And context as well. That was a big save. That could have made a massive difference.
Half the keepers in the Prem keep that out.
This is what I was going to say to you, Super, about Arsenal. Arsenal, it's not about eventually, you know, they're going to get found out in this system. It could go the other way and they'll start steamrolling teams. But they're not playing with swagger, you know, because although up until 60 minutes or 65 when Brighton scored, it was a little bit one-way traffic in terms of the ball. They weren't creating chance after chance after chance.
No.
And eventually the set pieces, the own goals and all that, it's just going to dry up. So they need to wake up. And
this is
we
what
mentioned
I'm
it briefly earlier.
Are they feeling the pressure?
It's not the answer.
I think they are. They are, Super. But this is the question I was going to say. Like
from December this time. Normally it's around March.
If they're picking up results and performing the way they are, if that's at the end of the season doing it, you think that doesn't matter. They're just grinding out the results. But it would worry me if I was an Arsenal fan that it's such early on in the season. I know we're almost halfway mark now, but like you say, that could dry up. Yeah. They need to start performing.
You know the other thing, Ben,
otherwise I think you could go the other way.
They're moaning a lot, and about injuries, and I understand it to a point, but it's more for the back line.
Yeah.
The attackers, with the exception of Havertz, if I'm not mistaken, they can correct me, but all their attackers are available.
And that's what's not looking great at the moment.
Guys,
This is what I mean.
Injury. Who's moaning about injuries? Because I'm just looking at their live score, their team from the weekend, and the injuries you've got is Mosquera,
Yeah.
Ben White, Kai Havertz.
Tim,
and Max
no.
Tellman.
Stop for a second. Forget the live score. So Timber was injured in training, so he didn't start. Calafiori was in the starting lineup, but he pulled something in the warm-up based on what he'd felt in training the day before, so he was pulled out. Gabriel was on the bench, so he hadn't started for over a month.
That's 3 of their back 4.
So we're talking their back 4. So injuries. So we're talking for one game, not long term.
No. Well,
look, people say to me injuries. I say if I was moaning about injuries, I had a whole spate of them for a month or two and players out.
No, They've had players out. This
is not what we're talking about.
You're putting an interesting spin on it because this is you, right? Gabriel has been out for over a month. Saliba only came back last week. He'd been out.
And who's had none?
What do you mean who's had none?
Who's had none? Tell me a team that's had no injuries.
I started by saying to you that they are moaning about defenders. I think some of these goals they've conceded is the fact that they have had to switch around. You know, Hensapia, whatever his name is, Miles Lewis Kelly's come in. They played Rice at right back. Rice started at right back. Super. So, and we know what that's like. We've had Szoboszlai out there, etc. But attacking wise, that shouldn't affect them in any way. They've had all of them there.
Man City.
They're still not creating chances the way they should.
Yeah. Man City, Doku out, John Stones out, Kovacic out, Marmoush at African Nations, Nuri at the African Nations, Oscar Bob out, Rodri's been out for a long time. I'd say their injuries are a little bit worse than Arsenal. Personally.
I think the thing with Arsenal fans is they've all come in the same area, haven't they? All that back 4, and it's difficult to cope with that. But the thing is, like you say, Roo, it's the actual performances which are not looking.
I think they're lining up the excuses for someone again.
But you know, it could easily turn. It could easily turn if they like do a number on Villa.
Yeah.
Then I've spoke about momentum and confidence the last 3 or 4 weeks, and they haven't had that the way the others have. If they do a number on Villa, it could easily skyrocket. If it goes the other way, though, then
listen, they've shown a bit of character because the last couple of weeks, City have had the early game.
Yeah,
they've won those games, and then Arsenal have come back and replied with wins.
Tomorrow, is it? Arsenal Villa tomorrow, is it?
They play first this time.
Tuesday. Well, let's see what that one brings.
I had some lunch yesterday with someone, and I explained to him, like, it feels like I'm watching a David Attenborough documentary at the moment, and I'm watching like City are like the lion just purring, waiting to pounce. It's like it's inevitable at some point that they're gonna be above them for a game week or two, and it depends how Arsenal react to that. But we'll see.
Agree. Yeah.
Burnley Everton. I'm not going to give any airtime to 0-0. That's not something that.
No, well, 1 minute. You always like little subplots. What's going on with Grealish? Did you hear about him? He had a Christmas party where he spent 20 grand on his Todd, and that's why he was dropped on the game. 20 grand, and he was apparently Sparko.
Well,
whose Christmas party was this? Everton boys.
He had one. He
went out on his own.
Yeah, he went out on the lash, and apparently
he took his mates.
David Moyes
he took his mates. He weren't on his Todd. He took his mates. Treated.
Oh well,
them,
yeah. I don't mean.
And ended up in a strip club of some sort.
Oh, I saw that as well. Yeah,
hey, you go, in London, Super. That was the details. Tell us more, Super.
It was in there. That's why. That's how we.
I had to leave a little bit early that night, so I don't know all the ongoings. But no, it was. Yeah, I mean,
as far as the rumours go, Moyes was fuming. But
Moyes can, take the higher ground and whatever not. But he's dropping points. But anyway,
I think he was fuming because he wasn't invited. But anyway, we'll move on.
It sounds about right. Brentford, Bournemouth. Well, you know what? Let's start. Let's give some credit to Brentford.
Eighth in the league, Super. 8th.
Brilliant.
4-1. Kevin Schade, no doubt, stealing
Oof.
Headlined with a hat trick
Yeah.
that game.
Is he Dutch, by the way? What nationality?
I don't know.
Because whoever he is, he's that national team's gonna,
I'm not sure if
they're
he's.
gonna-
I don't know. He might be German, but be a good
Okay.
one to have a look at.
I'll have a look while you're talking, sir.
Have a look while we're talking. But yeah, 4-1, a big win. Thiago actually playing the role of playmaker for a couple of the goals as well. And
That first one. You're
yeah,
absolutely right, by the way. German, 24-year-old.
yeah,
Wow.
good.
Is he
Good player.
capped?
I'll check that for you as well, sir. Yes, 5 caps for Germany, but last one was in 2023.
Yeah.
He's got.
I can't see when his last one was, but yeah, he's played.
Got to have a chance
for
for the
Germany.
World Cup. Might be pushing for a place in the World
Yeah.
Cup squad now.
But Keith Andrews, again, we have said it before on the show, doing a role there that, we would maybe have expected.
I think I've mentioned this. I've got a very good friend of mine who is the defensive coach down at Brentford, and he can't wax lyrical enough about Keith Andrews and just the general setup at Brentford. He's come from other Premier League clubs, experienced them, and he just says this guy is fantastic, and the players have bought into him. And you've got serious experienced heads there in Henderson, for example.
Yeah.
So
Who wasn't in the lineup the other day, I don't think, when I saw their lineups.
no, he came on. He came on.
Do you know what
But
though? It goes to show things that we don't see. So like Keith Andrews was appointed, it raised our eyebrows. I was like, where are we going with this? This
Well,
and
me
that.
and Banjo early on, we said
Yeah.
they're a team, and we could see them in trouble this year.
Well, how wrong could we be? And it just shows that the atmosphere around the club and the organisation there and the feel-good factor, which we wouldn't have been privy to anyway beforehand, is just showing, how wrong we can be.
And then let's remind our listeners and viewers who they lost. They lost their 2 best attackers and their captain.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Who's this? Sorry, we're saying
Brentford.
Yeah,
Lost them Buemo Visa and Norgard.
we've given them some credit.
Yep.
Iraola, this guy's linked with all these top jobs.
The wheels are
Linked
falling
with
off.
United, linked with. I've got Banjo on the show going, oh yeah, get Iraola in, be great. Get Iraola in. Get Spurs
Iraola in
fans
where?
banging on about Iraola. Banjo,
Get him in anywhere. I was just saying I like him. He's a good manager.
Bad, you know what we've got to do
Banjo's
now? We've got enough episodes to start going to finding clips.
I know,
I'm
man.
saying Banjo's
Putting words in our mouth every week.
Banjo's saying, Super, use your contacts, find out where he lives. I'm going to go round. I'm going to camp outside his house. I'm going to beg him to come United. I'm going to drive him there. I'll show him around Carrington. But anyway, whatever.
Wow, Sue.
But anyway,
Wow.
we'll move on from that. But this is what I was saying earlier in the, a few episodes back. These managers, they can get away with not winning 8-9 games at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
You know what, though, Super? It's not just that. I think it's a lot to be said for longevity. We sometimes see the flash in the pan approach. Don't get me wrong, he's done it for a little while. But you need... Eddie Howe, for example, when he was at Bournemouth...
Well, it's how you end up with an Eddie Howe.
No, but he got that move to
can end up with
Newcastle.
an Eddie Howe.
Yeah, but he got that move to Newcastle off the back of the fact that he'd been at Bournemouth for 5 or 6 years and was consistent.
But this is what you're going to get. Frank got the same 5-6 years consistency.
But my argument...
True.
No. Listen, you got a valid point there, and we're seeing it before our own eyes. But the thing is, if you don't get a chance, how do we know how good you can be at a bigger club? It's a big risk, though. It is a big risk for those clubs now, and it's to take on managers of those types.
You know what I think it is, Alban? I think it's also the stage where the club you're going to's at. So, as we said with United, because you've tried so many managers over the last 12 years, taking that risk because of the reward that might come with it isn't as big a risk as, say, like if Arteta left now, position they're in, to bring in a Glasner or a Areola as a bigger risk.
I think talking about those clubs like Brighton, Bournemouth, and I'm sure we move on to Palace as well. It's like, where's he gone?
I don't know. You keep talking, mate. He'll be back. There he is.
It's like a ghost. Anyway, it's they're not doing very well at the moment, are they?
No.
It's all starting to level off a bit full three.
No.
Well, while we're there, Semenyo,
Yeah,
where's he landing up? He's definitely on the move.
by all accounts.
Apparently, the release clause is till the 10th of January.
Yeah.
Turns 26. I read somewhere on the 7th of January.
Mm.
So good age for this move.
Right time.
Let's all pick a club that he's ended up at.
I think it's City he's going to end up at.
Rue's gone City.
But I would say that if you listen to the best of the rumours, is Liverpool is the club that needs him most as we stand here. City
One
are just going to.
Rue. We'll come back to you.
All right,
you think he's going to land up at City?
Yeah.
Banjo.
City. From what I'm reading and hearing,
Yeah.
apparently that's his preference. So I'll go with that.
I'm going Liverpool.
Okay. Why are you going Liverpool?
Because I support them.
No. I think there's a connection there with Richard Hughes.
Yeah.
I think he comes straight into the team, and you know where he's going to be playing from day dot. It's we could pick his flank actually, probably right now. To go and pick your flank, go and play, and I just think that's where he'll end up. And I just think it's Liverpool do their best to play their hands quite late in transfers. You quite often you see done deal finished because they don't want I think they're letting everyone else do the bidding and the thing. But you've seen teams pull out now. Chelsea are out the running. Spurs are out the running. It just seems like it's City. And I think, but there's also things I'm reading around social media is he's waiting for the call from Liverpool.
So this is what I have heard is his number one choice is Arsenal.
That's the team he supports, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, no, I've read he supports Chelsea.
No, he's an Arsenal fan.
No, he's an Arsenal.
He was at Chelsea, I think.
Liverpool's the team that need him the most. But typically, and City have done this many, many times, is to kind of bolster the troops even more and have another name in there.
I don't see how it fits
the likelihood is he's going to go there because Arsenal are not willing to wait, are not willing to do it now. They want him in the summer. And you talk about walking into the team, he'll get that left side. He will because
where
Martinelli will probably be moved on at that point, and so will Trossard at that stage. So Arsenal could be a team if he's willing to wait. Liverpool need him now, as we said. And City, solely because they just want to, as I said, get those numbers in and try to cement their title hopes. And I think he'll go City.
City will have to move someone on. They won't. They'll be too many.
City?
Yeah, they'll move someone on.
They'll probably move. Is it Sylvain? What's the guy called? Sylvain?
Savinho.
No, what's his name?
Savinho.
Yeah,
do you think he suits City? The way his style of play? Or is he going to... I know he's not a maverick or anything like that, but
I don't know.
His best games are when there's a counter-attacking side.
Yeah, and City don't...
City, but Ben, to move to a top team, you're not going to be a counter-attacking team.
But I don't see City as an explosive...
yeah, they do. Yeah, but all the top teams, they carry that break.
They do.
Liverpool at their best. That was probably when we were at our best. When you had Mane, Salah,
we still have 60-70% of the ball when it's, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully you're right, because I think we do good with him in the team.
I think we'll know
by the 10th.
We'll know by the 10th.
I think we'll know before that, by the way.
Yeah.
I think it'd be quite...
I think it'll be announced quite early, Banjo. I agree.
Yeah,
I think it'll be one of the earlier signings in the window.
You going West Ham, Fulham now?
Liverpool, Wolves.
Liverpool, Wolves. Well, what can we say? Just getting over the line week in, week out. We had 80 or 90 seconds of beautiful football that we're all jumping for joy. And then the rest of it is just terrified of dropping points. Wolves for the last 5 or 6 minutes were in the ascendancy.
Really? I've just seen the goals. I've not watched any highlights.
Positives, Ekatike, Verts, obviously, first goal. Yeah. Positives. It's just boring football, isn't it?
Listen, I don't think any of them played shit out of our lot, but none of them excelled apart from the two you mentioned. The goal is, I don't know what's going on with our defending from corners and set pieces. Pathetic is the only word you can use for that.
We've got a set piece coach now. We've got a set piece coach.
Was that not pathetic?
Well, I'm saying it is, but I'm saying there's a set piece coach.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said, you think you're a set piece coach now.
There's someone out there stealing a living. And then he's got his manager.
Crazy.
When did he come in, Suter? In the summer?
I don't even think.
Saturday night, by the looks of it.
I think he was working in the canteen, serving up, and Slot said to him, "Oh, you'll do. Have you ever thought about how to handle a long throw in or a corner?"
It's not that, right? They had one big player, Wolves, that the big guy up front. I don't know his name, just a huge lump. We've got some proper units. I mean, come on, man! In the 6-yard box, he wins a header. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. But we managed to get the win. Wirtz gets his goal, and we move on. We move on.
To be honest,
that's all we can do.
I know Wirtz will get applauded for his goal, and great run, good finish. But the work Ekitike done there was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
That was brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Look, I still want him gone.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
I still don't think he knows what he's doing with that team. It's no coincidence that whenever we go 2-0 up, teams naturally just overpower us. Just carry on playing your football.
Wolves,
carry on playing your football. You're 2-0. Go win the game 3-4-0. Because that Wolves team deserve that. That's the sort of team.
This is why I'm asking: were Wolves bad and Liverpool just didn't?
First half. 1 minute. First half, we deserved to go in at 2-up. No more than that, but we were the better team. Second half, you could argue they deserved the draw because
were they good or was it Liverpool just dropped off?
No, we dropped off. Okay. But Bradley made.
And this is not manager. This is not manager instructions. The players take it upon themselves to just drop off.
Do you know what?
I'm not saying.
It's a
question.
It's a bit of both. But it's also how you're feeling, yeah? Their fragility is still there, man.
They're vulnerable.
You know what we need, man? We need the result against a bigger team because all these results are coming against lesser teams. If we went to the Emirates in a week and a half's time and got a result down there, you'd see a different Liverpool second half of the season.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, another defeat for Wolves.
Yeah. 2 points all season.
Let's hope they get none tomorrow.
Just one final thing on that game because I know we need to move on. The respect we paid Diogo Jota on the day was from both teams.
Yeah.
And what was done was phenomenal. A tear did come on the eye when I saw his little boy. One of them looks just like him. And his wife was there, and it was just impeccably done. They did it on the 18th minute. We did it on the 20th. The before and after, it was phenomenal. And God rest his soul.
And that's what the day was about, I think, that game.
Yeah.
I didn't make it. That's a story for another day.
1 minute. You were on your way there, weren't you?
No.
Yeah, we should have rated 18 versions of this where Super can indulge in the Grealish strippers and all that.
I was going to the game. We had a blown out tyre on the way up there.
Oh, no.
9:57 that happened. Spent 4 hours in Crick services, so I know where Crick is. This was around then. It was
nice breakfast.
They're not great services. 4 hours to get to there. We got picked up, and then we waited another 4 hours for someone from the AA to come and bring us home. Basically,
that's why the stubble's there again. There you go.
The strip club, and then what went on that day?
Left home at 8:30, got home at 8:15 without having gone to the game. But
did you see?
Hey ho, we're alive and well. That's the main thing.
Where's those services, Super?
Crick.
You know what, Grealish, that strip club he was talking about, we're about half hour down the road. You weren't far away,
Rugby. I don't think me and Jack will be hanging around in the same places anyway, lads. But yeah, West Ham v Fulham.
West Ham, I told you, mate. My mates are borderline, suicidal. They are in a bad place, and they think they're going down. The majority I speak to think they're going down.
What do you think? I think they're going down.
It's interesting, Ruth, because I was having a drink last week with someone who's him and his dad are big West Ham fans, and he said to me, he had a chat with his dad, and he said to his dad, he goes, that we're not better than any of the teams above us.
No,
that's a worrying thing. He goes,
and we talk about the manager.
You look
I
at
don't
the
think
teams,
he's got a lot to work with there.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I agree to a point, but he's still got enough there to be in a better place than they are.
But good win for Fulham. They go on.
Fulham just did it quietly, aren't they?
Jimenez, another goal.
Yeah.
Very good.
Wilson, another assist.
Another assist.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yep.
let's touch on yesterday. Sunderland Leeds 1-1.
I didn't watch yesterday's
Very
game,
good
so
watch it.
unfortunately I can't comment. But
Leeds certainly ascendancy. Leeds.
Calvin Lewin again.
By the
Was
way,
it
guys,
7 on the spin or something?
if you haven't seen that goal, go see that goal.
I've seen the goals. It's a lovely little move, little
That's
slip.
how you move it from the back, quick, 6 passes,
Yeah.
bosh, goal. Let's move.
But I thought Sunderland's goal was good as well. Beautiful pass from Xhaka.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Put it into Dingra, I think it was, and whipped it in.
Got their goal, yeah. And then Palace Tottenham.
Palace, strange team.
Didn't enjoy that game, if I'm honest.
As in, again, I didn't watch it, but it's
There's some grounds that don't make for a good Sunday afternoon match.
Selhurst Park
And that's just one. Yeah, you look at it, I don't know.
looks shit, doesn't it?
Selhurst, Craven Cottage.
I only watched the highlights, but normally they're bouncing, aren't they?
Does that
and
make
it just
sense?
didn't feel like it was any
Do
atmosphere.
you know what? They do. They've got good crowd behind them, but he's right. It does make sense.
Do you understand what I mean, Ben?
Yeah, I do understand what you mean. I can't put my finger on it and tell you
I'm
why.
not
But
knocking them, but it's just on a Sunday afternoon, the big game.
you wouldn't see a. I know what you're saying. When it's there,
They're more Saturday lunchtime, aren't they?
Saturday lunchtime. Get them in there. I'll tell you what. Introduce a Sunday lunchtime. Put them in there. But it's just one of those games. I mean, look. If I'm looking down the fixtures, imagine Super Sunday, Chelsea Villa.
That's a game.
That's a Super Sunday game.
Well, there was a few. I mean, like we said about the United Newcastle game would have been a great Super Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean,
but the Chelsea
even the
Villa
Arsenal Brightons would have been better. But anyway,
they've done it twice. They did it the week before as well, a couple of weeks before, where they put the game, not the best.
Very quickly, because we are fast running out of time. Give us a rundown on last week's.
Right.
I know you've been very active on the group this week.
I'm trying my best to keep up with you boys, and I'm taking it serious. So
roll it out.
We went United Newcastle. You went away. I went draw. Dan got it right with a home win. Forest City, we all went away wins. We got that right. Arsenal Brighton, we all went home wins. We got that right. Brentford Bournemouth, you went draw. Me and Ban went home win, which we got right. Burnley Everton, I went home.
Are you sure you've written these down right?
Sorry?
Are you sure you've logged it right?
From now on, Ban, when we do this, I'm going to take a screenshot, put it in our group, so we've got them all there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus. Liverpool home wins. So, by the way, on that one, Burnley Everton, you two got it right with a draw. I went home win. Liverpool home wins. West Ham Fulham, you went home, sir. I don't know what you saw there.
Who went home?
And me and Ban went away. No. You went home. Me and Ban went away.
Okay. So we're logging wrong as well now.
And then the last 3 games, we all got, Chelsea and Villa, we all got wrong. You and I said draw, Ban said home. Sunderland Leeds, you got right, sir. And that's you, Mal, Super.
Yeah.
And me and Ban got that wrong. And the last one, me and you said home and Ban said draw. So the tally was Ban got 7. And he got 7 in a row, by the way.
Yeah.
And then the last 3 went a bit tits up. I went 5 and you went 5 as well, sir. So the totals, if you want them, as we sit here today, are you on 52, me on 45, and Ban on 50.
Ooh. Roo, you've done a great job catching us up, though.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. Right. I've got my statisticians on the go. I've got my little boy doing a little bit of analysis. I'm trying. But there's something about this geezer. He just, credit to him. He keeps me at arm's length. You, though, are getting closer.
You're not getting closer. You got 5.
He's
got
getting
7.
closer. 2 weeks ago, he was 6 behind. Now he's only, 2 behind, whatever he is.
Yeah, there you go. Coming for you, Super. Your luck is turning.
Oh, he's getting closer to me, you mean?
Going the wrong way.
I mean, look,
I'm not worried.
I am the Jacksonville Jaguars of this conversation. Yeah,
right, we're going to go very quick, Roo. Come on, let's do it.
Right, I've got them correctly here now. So,
Burnley, Newcastle.
You go first. We'll do it in order who goes first. You go first, Super. Burn leaving Newcastle.
I'll go with an away win.
Away win. A Ban, I'm going to go away. You, sir?
I'm going away as well.
All right, 3 aways. Ban, you go first for this one. Chelsea v Bournemouth.
Home win.
What's that?
Home win.
Home win.
Yeah.
Soup?
Yeah, home win.
I'm going home as well. I will go Forest v Everton, home win. You go next, Super.
Home win.
Home win as well for you, Ban. Away.
Home win.
Oh, home win.
Home
Sorry,
win.
yep.
Home.
Back,
Home
yep.
win.
Back
Oh, so
to
it's
you.
copying me.
Back to
No,
you,
it's-
Super. West Ham v Brighton.
I think Banjo went first, no? Or did I
No.
go first? All right, that's fine. West Ham v Brighton. Good. Oh, Jesus. I'll go with a draw.
Draw for that one. I've gone away win. You, Ban.
I'll go draw as well.
2 draws. Right,
Oh,
Ban,
there
you
we
go
go.
first here. Arsenal v Villa.
Villa they've got Arsenal's number, haven't they? But Arsenal to win, home win.
Right. Soup.
Draw.
Draw. I'm going home win. Now, for me, this one, Man United Wolves, I'm going home win. Ban.
Have to go home win.
Home win.
Okay, back to you, Soup. Palace v Fulham.
Palace v Fulham. Oh, that's another. Home win.
Home
Even though
for
Fulham have
Soup.
been on a good run.
I'm going draw.
Draw.
Ban goes draw. Back to me. No, it's your turn now. Ban. Liverpool Leeds.
Home win.
Home win.
Home win, he says. Soup.
Home win.
Home, all 3 of us. Me now, Sunderland, Man City, I'm going away. Super.
Away.
And Ban.
Away.
And then the last one, Super, over to you, Brentford v Spurs. So he's going back to his old club.
Hmm.
And I'm mine.
You froze there, Soup, or are you going to tell us what you're
I'm going to go with a draw, I think.
You're going draw. I'm going to go home. You, Ban?
I'm going home. Home win.
Home win as well. So, draw and then home win. Right, I'm going to take a picture of this and send it to you so he doesn't moan this geezer.
Yes.
Right,
Brilliant.
guys. That's
a
wrap
wrap.
for another week.
One of the champs and chumps, quickly.
Champs and chumps, very, very quickly.
I'll do it very quickly. Champ, I'm going Schade. I thought he was exceptional this week. Credit where it's due. And chump. You guys go champs quickly and I'll think of chump.
Schade. Closely chased by Watkins, but Schade.
Yep.
Yeah, agreed. Schade for me.
And then chump, I don't think there's a standout, but you know what? I'm going to give it to Maresca.
I'm going Irola.
Oh, yeah, I'm going Maresca. Similarly, just I think he's lost the plot a little bit down there.
I'm going to go Nuno. Might as well.
Yeah, 3 managers, like 3 aces. Brilliant. All right, boys. Well, pleasure. And we'll be back next Monday.
Always, yeah. Have a lovely new year, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, happy new year, everyone. Take care.
Take care.